with all that we are going through, with all that's going on out in this world today,
Amen.
I think this is a befitting text.
Why don't
The book of Ecclesiastes, the second chapter, beginning with verse 1. And I'm going to read from the New English translation because I think this makes it a little more clear for you to really understand where I'm going. I thought to myself, come now, and I will try self-indulgent pleasure to see if it is worthwhile. But I found that it also is futile. I said of partying, it's a folly, and of self-indulgent pleasure, it accomplishes nothing. I thought deeply about the effects of indulging myself with wine. All the while, my mind was guiding me with wisdom, and the effects of behaving foolishly so that I might discover what is profitable for people to do on earth during the few days of their lives. I increased my possessions. I built houses for myself. I planted vineyards for myself. I designed royal gardens and parks for myself. And I planted all kinds of fruit trees in them. I constructed pools of water for myself to irrigate my grove of flourishing trees. I purchased male and female slaves, and I owned slaves who were born in my house. I also possessed more livestock, both herds and flocks, than any of my predecessors in Jerusalem. I also amassed silver and gold for myself, as well as valuable treasures taken from kingdoms and provinces. I acquired male singers and female singers for myself, and what gives a man sensual delight, a harem of beautiful concubines. So I was far wealthier than all my predecessors in Jerusalem, yet I maintained my objectivity. I did not restrain myself from getting whatever I wanted. I did not deny myself anything that would bring me pleasure. So all my accomplishments gave me joy. This was my reward for all my effort. Yet when I reflected on everything I had accomplished and on all the effort that I had expended to accomplish it, I concluded all these achievements and possessions are ultimately profitless, like chasing the wind. There is nothing gained from them on earth. I want to speak from the subject, all for nothing. All for nothing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Robin Williams committed suicide. Some would say that he had everything to live for. He had the money, he had the fame, but all of that stuff that he had couldn't keep him from taking his own life. It was all for nothing. People say, well, if I had the money, I would be better off. But there are more rich people who commit suicide than there are poor people who commit suicide. The reality is that everything that you have worked for in this life is meaningless. That's what Solomon is saying. He said, I've had everything. I've had the parties. I've had the wine. I've had the women. I've had everything that my heart could desire. And everything I had was for nothing. What happens to all that you've worked for, all that you've earned, everything that you were so proud of? I mean, it's the stuff that we made, that we earned, that we profited, that gives us a common sense of who we are.
Well,
And people are defined by how big your house is, or what kind of cars you're driving, and what kind of clothes you have on, who name you're wearing, what kind of purse or handbag you're carrying, all the things that make you feel like you are special are all for nothing, because it really devalues who you are, because you put your hope and your trust in things that have no value. I've never heard of anybody tapping into their bank account once they were dead. I haven't seen no ghostly deposits or withdrawals from a bank account. I've never seen a dead person come back and take the keys off the key holder and hop in the Cadillac and drive down the highway one more time. I haven't seen any of those things. So all the stuff that you were proud about, I never seen a rich man walk back into his mansion. I haven't seen Robin Williams since he passed. Reality is, everything that you work for, everything that you own, everything that you have, everything that you've done has no value for the short lives that we live. How many can understand that? How many get mad at the thought of all that I've worked for, somebody else wastes? All that I saved and all that I've kept, and now somebody else has just went through everything that I've worked for. They don't even have the same respect for what you've done. But you also haven't taught them that way either. It was all about myself. Listen to what Solomon said.